everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I'm so excited to be with you today. I am bringing you a really fun video, but I did want to share with you that it is celebration. It is February of 2022, and until the end of this month, we have some free products that you can get. You can check out this brochure on my blog, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. I will link it in the description below, but I did want you to know that you are eligible with a purchase of $50 or $100. There's 2 increment levels to get some free stuff. Well, with a $100 level, you can get this stamp set for free and the matching paper. It is absolutely gorgeous, and look at these amazing projects that you can make with it. So this is the card that I will be showing you today. I think it is super cute. And this is the inside. And let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to put it together. All right. We're going to be using these doilies today, and they come in brown, blue, and gray. And so I already have one pulled, but I did want to show you the other 2 colors. There they are. They're super cool. This pack of doilies I think is $5, and you get 30 of them, so it's quite a bit for the money. We're going to start with a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5 inches. And I have scored that down the center with my Simply Scored tool. And we're going to go ahead and fold that in half. So let's go ahead and bring the points together, and we will go ahead and burnish both directions. So this is the way our card is going to go, and because we are trying to display this gorgeous paper, we're going to use this pattern right here. This is the other side of it. It's super pretty paper, and I'm going to use my seal adhesive, and we will go ahead and attach this onto our front here. So this piece is 5.25 by 4 inches that I have cut of the designer series paper to fit on the front of my card. It makes a super quick, beautiful card. Now we're going to go ahead and attach our doily right here. And I'm just going to put adhesive in this center section. I'm going to use a wet adhesive because it's just much easier to go around a circle with a tube than a tape runner. So we're going to go ahead and use this adhesive. I have lots of different adhesives, and I use them all for different reasons. So let's go ahead and attach our doily. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more, I think. Right about there looks good. All right, so we will go ahead and we're attaching that center section. Now, we are going to stamp 2 things, but before we go ahead and stamp, I'm going to use another piece of this. And as you can see on this one, I've put a strip on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. While we're gluing things down, I'm going to go back to my tape runner because, again, it's easier to use on a long piece to use the tape runner. And I'm going to go ahead and give a border and attach this cute piece of designer series paper. There we go. Now we're going to do a little stamping on the inside, just a small piece. So let's go ahead and start with that. Let's go ahead and stamp that cute little flower right here in the corner, and we will be done with the inside of our card. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside temporarily, and I'm going to bring in 2 pieces of cardstock. One is going to be a circle, and it has been cut from our layering circle dies. I absolutely love these, and I use them so much. If you watch my YouTube channel, you will see me use circle after circle. I do use them a lot. I use the scallop circle and the regular ones. This one is, I believe, the 4th smallest circle. So you would go 1, 2, 3, and then that's the 4th one. So that's the size of that circle, and these can be purchased at my online store. They're $35 for that die set in the United States. All right, so I'm going to set this stamp aside. It has to be cleaned, but we're going to go ahead and stamp the words in the middle that say, "You have my love and support." I'm just using this little scrap paper here just in case I need to go off the edges, which I will have to in a couple minutes. And then I'm also going to stamp, as you can see, I have this flower here. Well, the stamp comes with 2 flowers. So I'm going to just use this one right here because it overlaps this one, and we're going to ink that up. Don't have to ink the whole thing because I just need the one flower. And I'm just going to go ahead and move this out of the way just so I don't stamp on it by accident. And we will stamp this little flower down right here. And we're going to cut that out in a minute. So then that will have to be cleaned. Let's go ahead and do all our cleaning at once. We're going to bring this circle back up in here. We're going to use this pretty leaf. And I'm just going to stamp 2 or 3 of them on here just to get some color on here. And this is in the Pool Party, which is the same color as the paper, the designer series paper that we're using. So there's 3 leaves. Now we can go ahead and clean off our stamps. And I use this. This is my stamp chamois. And it looks filthy, but it actually is clean. The dyes of the inks get on it, but it cleans perfectly well and it washes perfectly well. You can actually throw it in your washing machine, so it's awesome. All right, so now that we have those out of the way, let's go ahead and fussy cut out this little flower. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to work my way. I don't need this flower, so I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to leave a border all the way around the outside of my flower. The stamp set lends itself nicely to just cut this one flower out. Even if you don't want both of them, you can just use the one. And we're going to just work our way around. I'm using these scissors called Paper Snips, and they're available also in my online store. They're $10. And they're super thin bladed, which is what makes them so easy to use for fussy cutting. You can really get close to your image because the blades are very thin. Most scissors have a thick blade, these do not. So that's what makes them so great. All right, so there is that. I can go ahead and discard that. So those are my pieces I have left to attach onto my card front here. So we're gonna go ahead and use the wet glue again, because remember, we're doing that circular section and it's much easier to put glue on a circle with a liquid glue than it is a tape runner. So we're gonna go ahead and open that up and just get some adhesive on the back. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach that right there in the center. And what I like about using wet glue is that you can wiggle it around until you have it just how you want it, which I'm happy with that. And I'm going to go ahead and press that into place. Now, for our flower here, we're going to lift that up. So I'm going to be using my dimensionals. So, whoops. We'll grab maybe 2 of those, I think. That should be good. And then I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool and pull the backs off of those and discard them in my trash can, not on my floor. And then I'm just going to position my flower however I think it looks good up here on top of this doily. So we'll press that into place. And then I have this really pretty ribbon. It is our gray granite ribbon, and it is a shimmer ribbon. So it has kind of a really pretty, like, glittery look to it. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but it is a really beautiful ribbon. And I like to use it whenever I use my gray. And so I'm going to go ahead and slide that into the card. And then I will tie a knot here on the side. And then I'll slide it into place wherever I choose for it to end up when we're done here. So just the hard part is keeping it keeping it tight while you pull on your little knot here. But once you have it in place, I'm going to go ahead and slide it. I'm just gonna slowly move that ribbon. I'm gonna move it up, I think, almost to the top. And then I have a pair of paper snips that I keep just for ribbon because paper tends to dull scissors. So I have a little dangle that my upline gave me as a gift, and I'm gonna use these scissors. Because of that little dangle, I know that these are my paper snips for ribbon, so works out good. All right, so there I've snipped those two pieces off, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull it a little bit tighter on this one end right here. There we go. So there is our ribbon, and the final step, of course, is the bling. You can never forget about that. What did I do with my iridescent rhinestones? Here they are. So we're gonna put 3 of these little guys on our card, and I'm gonna use the same take your pick tool, only this side has putty on the end, and it has a little cover so you can keep it from drying out. We're going to pull this large rhinestone, and we're going to use that as the center for our flower. So we'll press that into place. We'll grab a medium one here, and we'll put that off to the side here on top of the doily. And then I'm going to do a small one right here, maybe right here, on that leaf. That looks good. All right, so let's put these guys away. We can check out our card. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me put this card together. It is a very simple card, but the paper makes it come alive, doesn't it? This doily is a super cute addition. You have this bird up here, your flower, that doily, and then these iridescent rhinestones are so pretty. Of course, we carry that theme inside with the strip of the designer series paper inside as well, and then stamp a small flower on the inside. I think that it is a fine addition, and definitely check out this Friendly Hello stamp set and this beautiful paper pack that you get with it when you purchase $100 in my online store. Definitely try and make this card if you do get that. Hopefully I have given you all the measurements that you need. I think the ribbon was 16 inches. The inside designer series paper was 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and I already gave you the outside, which was 5 1/4 by 4. And then this was a scrap piece, and I also used a scrap piece of white, but that circle is about a little under 2 by 2, so I used a 2 by 2 inch approximately scrap of white, basic white cardstock for that. And then for my card base, because it is white base, I used thick Whisper White, which is a little bit thicker than our regular Whisper White, and that helps with giving it a little bit more body. So if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. Thank you for joining me. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts, and I will see you next time. Happy stamping!